Hey, I'm Brian Simmons at eXp Realty, and I wanted to make a video about the eXp model. I know there's a lot of videos out there that you can find on YouTube that have lots of information about eXp, all the details, and all that good stuff. And there's also a lot of videos out there that are wrong, that contain misinformation or dated information. And so I just wanted to make a video here that I know has accurate and relevant information and is one that'll be worth your time. And so I'm going to try to be quick in this video and just kind of run through the general model and just keep it open for questions so that if you have more specific questions about anything, you can just reach out to me about that and I'll be happy to answer that. But I'm going to just kind of keep it high level through this video. And so anyways, we'll just jump right in. Key thing I wanted to just hit on beforehand is just I just want to ask that you keep an open mind here. Somebody told me, before I got into business, that one of the real keys to success in business is just to always keep an open mind and to be open to opportunities that present themselves because you just never know. You never know what it could be. And eXp is an opportunity that presented itself to me. And I'm really, really happy that it did because it's been, just a game changer for me. And I'll explain some of that as we go through here. But really, truly has been, very, very impactful to my life. And I, look forward to sharing some of that with you. So let's jump right in and just kind of get into the details here. The key thing most people ask right out of the gate is just, tell me about the splits and the fees. And so I want to just kind of dive right into that. Essentially, 80/20 with a $16,000 cap. That's kind of the general summary there. 80/20, you pay 80, EXP gets 20 until you pay them 16,000. Pretty straightforward model most people are familiar with. Probably something similar going on at your current brokerage. But important to note, there are no other, royalties or anything like that. Once you pay your 16K, you're essentially done in terms of paying them a portion of your commission. There are some other fees though, and so let's jump into that. And it's um, right here. Before you cap, you pay 80. Let's say you get a commission check, 80% goes into your pocket, 20% goes to eXp. And again, that's until you pay them $16,000 worth of their cut, essentially, right? And then you're done. Okay, then you go to 100%. All right. Either way, you're paying a $40 per unit risk management fee, and that caps out at $500. So by the time you do 13 transactions, you will have capped out on your risk management fee, and you have a $25 broker review fee that all transactions are subject to, and so really minimal fees. Once you do cap though, and you've paid eXp the 16,000 here via their 20%. It amounts to 80K in gross commission. We'll go over that in detail here in a sec. But once you do, and you are 100%, 100% capped, you're getting all your cash. Then you are subject to a $250 capped transaction fee. Okay, so you pay $5,000 worth of that, which is 20 more transactions, and then you get what's really, really cool. You get to be icon status, or you become icon eligible is probably a better way of putting that. And I'll explain the icon program too. But it's a really cool program that can award you a lot of stock. Okay, so again, you cap, and then your next 20 transactions, you pay a $250 cap transaction fee for each of those. That amounts to $5,000 in cap transactions fees, and that means you're now eligible for the Icon Stock Award. And at the same time, your cap transaction fee decreases to $75 a unit. So pretty awesome there. And that is it. Other than the $85 monthly technology and education fee and $149 one-time sign-up fee. And that technology and education fee includes a lot, and I'll explain that too. But it's those are it. Those are the fees. And that's as of today, it's January 2021. So those are the fees right now. If it changes, I'll update this, but that's where we're at today. So to show you how that actually works, um, if you did 10 transactions at an average sales price of 320,000, you got 3.2 million as your total volume, right? Average commission of 2.5%, gross commission is 80,000. Okay, it's simple math there, right? So if you paid out of your 80,000, 20% of that goes to eXp. That's your 16 grand, and that represents a capping agent. So you've now capped out, and you'll never pay anything more than that 16,000 to eXp as you go into more transactions, which you'll see here when I show you 20 and 30 and beyond. Okay, but for the 10 transactions, you paid the $40 risk management fee for 400 bucks here. You paid the $25 broker review fee for 250, and you end up netting 63,350. So you're keeping essentially almost 80% of your money, which is very, very competitive. Um, Look at 20 transactions, okay? Doubled, total volume, doubled gross commission, but your cut to EXP stays the exact same, still at 16,000. All right, you've capped out there, right? You're never going to pay more than that. You also capped out on your risk management fee, so you only paid them 500 bucks for that. Still paid 25 bucks per transaction on broker review fee. And remember how we capped here at the 16, then we paid, now all these next 10 transactions are subject to the $250 cap transaction fee. And that's what you see here, $2,500, okay? So net here is 140,500, which equates to almost 88% net of your gross commission, which is very, very competitive. So as you go up in transactions, it just gets better and better. And so let's see 30 transactions, same assumptions, 9.6 million volume, 240,000 gross commission, same 16K to EXP, same 500 risk management fee, broker review fee, same deal, but now it's 750. And now that you've done 20 transactions with that cap transactions fee, 250 times 20 is 5,000, right? Now you're eligible for the Icon Award program, and that can be worth up to $16,000 in company stock. So if you take that, what your net would be, 217 some change, and you add that 16,000, you're effectively at 233,750. And granted, that's stock, and it has a vesting schedule and all that good stuff, and I'll explain that. But essentially, what you earned is 97% of your gross commission income. That's incredible, and it's just kind of extrapolate that out to 50 and 100, and it just is really, really amazing how much money you actually get to keep. And that's assuming that the 16,000 in stock doesn't appreciate at all. And so what happens when that goes up a little bit? Goes up 10%, let's say, then your effective rate could be over 100. It's really, really incredible. And so one thing I will mention here is, if you're looking at 50 and 100 transactions, if you're doing that level of volume, chances are you probably have a team. I know there's some people doing that without a team, but if you do have a team, eXp, I can talk to you in more detail about that one-on-one, but eXp has either half cap or quarter cap teams if you have a certain level of production. And so great incentive for your team members there, but that is not represented here. So we'll call that out, and I'll explain that to you in detail if you have questions about that, if that pertains to you. So that's how those splits and fees look in various levels of production. So we'll go ahead and move on from there to the Icon Award that I talked about. So if you do the $5,000 in cap transaction fees, okay, you then are awarded at the end of your Icon year $8,000 in stock. Okay, it has a 3-year vesting schedule. You're then also you then have a cultural requirement that you fulfill over the next year, and if you fulfill that, then $4,000 more in stock is granted to you, and that's a 2-year vesting schedule. If you attend the eXp Shareholder Summit, another $2,000 in stock, no vesting schedule on that, and eXpCon, you attend that, another $2,000 in stock, no vesting schedule attached to that. So really, I mean, you can make a ton of money here on this stock just by by achieving Icon. I mean, this is, for me personally, I'm a 2-time Icon agent. My initial Icon award of stock is worth 6 figures right now. I got it when it was $10 a share, And I mean, it's just truly, truly, impactful, life-changing money. You talk about setting yourself up for success and for retirement and everything down the road. That's real money. I mean, six figures in stock in 2 years. I've only been with eXp for 2 years. That amount of stock is just unheard of. And it could be worth nothing tomorrow. Who knows? I mean, it's stock. But chances are, with the trajectory of the organization, I mean, I would feel pretty confident that things are going to be continuing onward and upward. So, anyways, if I can find my mouse, we'll move on here. And so with EXPI stock, you can contribute up to 5% of your check to company stock and be award and buy it at a 10% discount. So great way to build additional wealth there, and also get some of these great stock awards that EXP offers. So $200 awarded to you by EXP for completing your first transaction each year. Same thing, you reach your 16K cap. Bam, there's $400 in company stock from EXP. Attract another agent to EXP, another $400. And then, of course, the big one we talked about, the Icon Award. That's another 16 grand that you can earn there. So again, huge wealth generating opportunities that you can do here at EXP that other brokerages just don't provide, that I'm aware of. I mean, maybe there is somebody else out there, but I don't know anybody that's offering stock awards like this. So great way to earn wealth here for sure. And again, just to see how that looks in real, scenarios. If you're talking about doing, 10 transactions a year, and capping, you're looking at, contributing $3,100 and some change to stock at a value of about 3,500. And so that's really, a great way to generate wealth. Look at it in 30 transactions. You're looking at, value of $12,000 in stock that you put away for retirement. So, or for whatever, what does that look like in 5 years, 10 years? And that number is just assuming the stock doesn't even go up in value. What if it goes up 5%, 10%, 20%? Who knows? I mean, it could go down the same amount. Totally, like that's possible. But the reality is like this is a great opportunity to create wealth for yourself, for your future, and something that just isn't matched by other brokerages that I have seen. So a lot of great opportunity there. Speaking of great opportunity, revenue share. This is probably the most misunderstood piece of EXP. This is the one where people will say, "Oh, EXP is a pyramid scheme or whatever." The reality is just that that's not true. The reality is you can earn money by bringing other agents to EXP. That's the truth. Okay, you can. You don't have to. There's no expectation that you do. EXP doesn't require it. They don't even encourage you to do it. It's there if you want to do it. So let me kind of run you through the scenario here. Let's say, you join eXp and, your other friends and your brokerage that you were at, they get wind of it, obviously, and they say, "Hey, like, what's going on over there? Tell me about it." And your friend Alex over there decides to join eXp with you. They like what they hear, right? So Alex joins eXp under you and closes a deal. Same deal we talked about earlier, $320,000 at 2.5% commission. So Alex earned $8,000 in commission. Okay. Now eXp is going to pay you for bringing Alex in. They're going to pay you $280. So 3.5% of her gross commission. Not coming from Alex. Okay. It doesn't come out of Alex's pocket. It's from eXp to you. Okay. And that's awesome. So that same scenario, let's say Alex, has a friend who is curious about eXp. She talks about it with her, and bam, now Alex's friend Beth joins eXp and closes the same transaction. Now Alex gets paid $280, just like you did, but now in this scenario, you're going to get paid $320 because you brought in Alex, who brought in Beth. The other cool thing about that is, let's say I brought in you. Well, I'm going to get paid on that transaction too. And the person who brought me in is going to get paid. The person who brought them in is going to get paid. And that goes on for 7 levels. And so if you think about, the opportunity that exists for if you bring, seven people down below you, you bring in somebody who brings in somebody who brings in somebody, you can really, really start to generate some serious passive income. So let me show you, an example of what that looks like. So if you just brought in six capping agents, okay, that's all on your level, six capping agents on one level, and then beneath that one level is they all brought in one more, okay? So you brought in six, those six all brought in one more apiece, okay? Um, and they're all cappers. So they're all paid eXp the $16,000 cap. Okay, that's worth $36,000 a year. $3,000 a month is what that equates to. Okay, that is serious passive income. All right, that's a mortgage. That's a good mortgage. That's the same as $900,000 in the bank, earning you 4% interest. I mean, how long would it take you to save $900,000 and just put it all in a savings account, and then move it over to something that pays you 4%? I mean, it'd take you forever. 20 years? I mean, could you do it in 20 years? How long would it take you to bring six agents to eXp? I mean, what if you know 10? What if you know 20? I mean, if you do that same scenario with 20, you bring 20 capping agents who all bring in one more themselves. I mean, that's worth 120 grand a year to you, before you ever close a deal. 10 grand a month before you ever close a deal. I mean, that's why people get excited about this opportunity. I mean, it's really that exists. That's true. That's here. You can do that here. But again, there's no expectation. Like, you don't have to do it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. You could still take advantage of the stock program. You could still have the low splits and fees. I mean, that's all available too. And you're gonna get that. So anyways, um, online training. I mean, there's so much training at eXp. It blows my mind. Dozens of trainings every single day in the eXp world. A lot of them done by instructed by icon agents like myself, with relevant experience in today's market, with today's technology. Not somebody who had success 20 years ago who is now been the trainer who's telling you how to do this and that. I mean, this is relevant information. And there's so many different topics. If you want to learn about, how to be a influence marketer on Instagram, or if you want to learn about selling ranches or breaking into the luxury segment or wholesaling, whatever, like, there's trainings all over the place in the eXp world. All those topics, they're all covered. And if you were to join eXp in my group, under me at some level, then you're going to get me, and I'll be here to help you. And not only me, but you're going to get multiple icon agents. There's multiple icon agents in our group. There's teams, all sorts of different sizes of teams. There's mega teams, the guys that are doing, hundreds of millions of dollars worth of business every year, and subject matter experts, and just anything you can imagine. Again, you want to do videos, you want to, whatever. Just, we have people in our group who are experts in that, and our group is all about knowledge sharing. Totally buys into the whole mentality that rising tide lifts all ships. Like, we firmly believe that and practice that, and have Zoom calls and all sorts of stuff um, every week. And again, no expectation. You don't have to join in that if you don't want to, but it's there for you if you do. Okay, and that's what's important. It's there if you want it. Okay, and that's my mentality too. I mean, I'll help you as much as you want me to help you. So don't hesitate to reach out to me at all about any of that type of stuff. Okay. And then in regards to technology at eXp, I mean, you really have the ability to work smarter with KV Core, the system, the CRM system that we use. Truly a great system. It's part of that technology fee that you pay monthly for. If you were to try to go out and buy KV Core yourself, I mean, it's ungodly expensive. But because eXp has, tens of thousands of licenses of it, it's very, very, very cheap. So get new leads through that system. You can do all sorts of cool stuff with, one click or a couple clicks, and post something to Craigslist, a listing. let's say another couple clicks and you could create a squeeze page that says, hey, do you want to see all the listings in this town with, 3 bed, 2 bath under 500,000? Like, bam, you can post that on your Facebook. People click on it, enter their information, and then they come into your system as a lead. And then you can leverage the automation to create, to put them into a campaign that sends them a text. And then a week later sends them another text or an email or a reminder to you to call them or whatever it is. I mean, it just has so much capability to help you, manage your leads correctly, to where you don't let them fall through the cracks. And I've had people reach out to me literally a year later after dozens of texts and calls and emails that they never answer me on, but it's automated, and except for the calls. Um, but they reach out to me a year later and say, hey, like, I'm ready to go. Thank you for staying in contact with me for so long. Sorry I ghosted you. And then they come at me. So it's really great technology. So if you want to see that in person, like, I will totally demo it for you. We can do a Zoom call. I'll show it to you, and show you how I'm using it and what it's doing for me, because it is very impressive. So just shoot me an email and I'll set that up for you if you'd like. So really, next steps, like, to wrap this up, all I ask is that you just really evaluate this objectively, based on, the facts, and not just, the rumors or hearsay, not what, somebody told you in a Facebook group or what your broker currently told you, or whatever. I mean, really just look at the facts. And if you have questions, reach out. I mean, I'm happy to talk about any of this in more detail with you. It's a company that really changed things for me. I mean, to be able to buy stock and in 2 short years be able to generate enough wealth through that stock program to send both my kids to college, is something I never expected. Like I said in the beginning, I was sold when I saw the splits. Had I not jumped to eXp, had I just stayed at my old brokerage, I would have never had that. I mean, I have 6 figures in stock just sitting there because I made the decision. And so, like I opened up with, I mean, I just ask you to be open-minded, be open to the opportunity. And if it's for you, great. If it's not, great. Like, it's not for everyone. But if it's something that you're curious about, let's have a chat about it. And I'm happy to share more details of my experience or answer anything more specifically. So, and I'll just leave with that, a quote from the great one, Tony Robbins. By changing nothing, nothing changes. So keep that in mind. And, like I said, don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you for watching. Best of luck in your business. And I hope you have a great one. Thanks.